Hi guys, so in the last video we had discussed the laws of inheritance and I had told you that the laws of inheritance are not a universal truth, right? So the first law of inheritance is the law of dominance. To disprove, not exactly disprove because a law of dominance does hold true for many monogenetic Mendelian inheritances, but the fact that it is not a universal truth gets proved by this is the first one which proves it, which is incomplete dominance. So incomplete dominance states that for any given character, if there are two possible phenotypes in the F1 generation, instead of one of such phenotypes being dominant, you get a third phenotype, which is an intermediate of the two present phenotypes. So what I am trying to say is that if I consider Mendelian genetics, then for a red flower with capital R and a white flower with capital R small r should have given us a red flower according to Mendel's law of inheritance, right? Because it's heterozygous capital R small r. But that does not happen. In many flowers like carnations, very beautiful flowers, roses, what happens is that in the parent, if one is red and one is white, in the F1 you get a pink flower which is an intermediate character. And as a result, if you do an F2, so if you self these and you do an F2, here the Mendelian ratios will vary. In Mendel, the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, which still stays the same. But for the phenotypic ratio, it will vary because now you have a new phenotype and the phenotypic ratio becomes equal to the genotypic ratio, that is 1:2:1. Another very interesting example of this particular character is the Spanish fowls. Okay, these fowls, they are either black, which is capital B, or white, which is small b, but in the F1 they give a blue beautiful fowl with a capital B character. Now because these blue ones are so pretty, they are also higher in demand. So initially when people started noticing these blue fowls, they had no idea that it's because it's an intermediate hybrid character. So they started killing the blacks and whites and started breeding the blues. But what happened as a result is that what would happen if you breed the blues? If you will breed the blues, obviously you would get the blacks, the blues, and the whites. So you would get it in the ratio 1:2:1. And they were quite confused as to why the blacks and the whites were coming back. And then what they did was they again started crossing blacks and whites, and they figured that crossing a black and a white has higher probability, or it gives a blue 100% of the times. And that's when they started understanding the concepts of incomplete dominance. So I hope this was clear. Thank you.